The most astonishing myth circulating in baseball right now is that the Los Angeles Dodgers are satisfied with their starting pitching depth. But here is the terrifying reality. Since the 2021 season, the average Dodgers rotation has seen 4.3 separate major IL stints per year, a catastrophic fragility masked only by their bottomless reservoir of expensive talent, meaning their depth isn't a luxury, it's a necessary life raft. Welcome to 617 News, where we dissect the strategic pathology of the Dodgers, asking the critical question: if they already have a rotation of kings, why are they spending $8 million worth of attention and trade capital to acquire a temporary prince like Freddie Peralta? The news broke like a shockwave. The world-beating, wallet-flexing Dodgers are reportedly engaged in the highly competitive pursuit of Milwaukee Brewers ace Freddie Peralta, joining powerhouse clubs like the Yankees, Mets, Braves, and Red Sox. Peralta, at 29, is fresh off a spectacular season. 17 wins against only 6 losses, a stellar 2.70 ERA over 33 starts, and he opened the season as Milwaukee's designated ace. His performance alone warrants massive interest, but the hidden value is the leverage. He is scheduled to earn a ridiculously cost-effective $8 million this year, making him arguably the greatest cost-to-performance bargain available on the trade market, thus attracting interest even from smaller market clubs. But when you look at the Dodgers' existing arsenal, Yamamoto, Glasnow, Buehler returning, Miller ascending, and the eventual return of Shohei Ohtani to the mound, the collective fan reaction was immediate skepticism. "Honestly, I genuinely don't understand the motive here," said veteran analyst Mark Renz, reflecting the consensus view. Peralta is dirt cheap in 2024, yes, but he's a year away from free agency. The Dodgers are already overflowing with ace-caliber starters. It was a miracle that they had everyone healthy last October, sure, but Peralta isn't exactly Iron Man material either. Renz continued by offering a counter-suggestion. If they were planning to move Glasnow to mitigate his injury risk, I'd understand. But Glasnow holds a unique, playoff-specific value to the Dodgers that few other teams can match. There is no legitimate, long-term rotation spot open for Peralta unless they are willing to risk stunting the development of their top-tier AAA minor league arms who are already knocking on the door. But this skepticism fundamentally misunderstands the philosophy of Andrew Friedman, who treats the roster not as a fixed entity, but as liquid trade capital. The idea that the Dodgers are set is a comfortable illusion. The Japanese reaction to this news was particularly sharp, highlighting the fact that aside from Yamamoto, the rotation is defined by fragility, and Ohtani's second UCL surgery means his usage will be severely limited and monitored for years to come. The Dodgers don't need another ace, they need an insurance policy against the catastrophic injury events that constantly haunt their rotation, but they also need currency. This is where the true brilliance of the Friedman-Guggenheim machine manifests, mirroring the high-level psychological warfare employed by Anthopoulos in Atlanta. This is classic engagement strategy, stated longtime baseball insider Donna Kim. Friedman is not necessarily trying to acquire Peralta, he is trying to price Peralta. He engages every competitive situation, regardless of immediate need. He's forcing the Yankees, Mets, and Red Sox to raise their offers to Milwaukee just by injecting the Dodgers' name into the conversation. It's a pure leverage play. The strategy is simple. If the Dodgers are interested, the asset must be elite, driving up the cost for everyone else. However, the pursuit of Peralta is more than just price manipulation. It's a stealth maneuver, a prelude to the dramatic climax we have been waiting for. Freddie Peralta is exceptionally valuable because he is a one-year rental who is also reliably durable when measured against the rest of the Dodgers' rotation. Crucially, he has avoided any missed starts due to injury for the past 3 seasons, with the exception of a shoulder issue in 2022 that saw him make only 17 starts before a successful return, a minor blip compared to the repeated elbow or oblique disasters seen elsewhere. Here is the monumental twist, the resolution to our initial open loop. Friedman is not adding Peralta to the rotation, he is acquiring the most valuable piece of trade currency currently available for a team that must eventually offload its wealth for stability. The true strategic goal for the Dodgers, as highlighted by Japanese commentators, is not starting pitching depth, but rather an elite, durable, high-leverage reliever and a high on-base percentage position player. Friedman sees Peralta, with his $8 million price tag and 17-win resume, as the perfect asset package. Peralta plus 2 mid-tier prospects to acquire the final, stabilizing piece needed for a World Series run. Perhaps an elite closer like Josh Hader, or a cornerstone position player the organization desperately needs. The Brewers, facing the harsh financial reality that they cannot afford Peralta when he hits free agency next year, must trade him now to maximize the return of 2 or 3 top prospects. While it's highly unlikely Milwaukee would trade him directly to a National League rival like the Dodgers, forcing them into that conversation allows Friedman to dictate the market price and timing for every other trade across the league, including future deals involving their own prospects, like Ryan Pepiot. The Dodgers are building a 6-man rotation temporarily, not for rotation stability, but to have multiple chips to cash in at the deadline. If the Brewers refuse to deal Peralta, they will keep him for the year, receive a draft pick compensation when he leaves, and miss out on the prospect haul. But if they trade him now, they might have to settle for less, but they get the satisfaction of preventing the Dodgers from consolidating their future power. This entire drama isn't about securing the 2024 rotation. It's about trading a $20 million pitcher for a future star reliever or position player by utilizing his temporarily undervalued $8 million contract as bait. This is the tentacle strategy in action. Engage everywhere, acquire assets, and then consolidate for the knockout blow. Do you think the Dodgers are pursuing Freddie Peralta to pitch in their rotation or purely as trade currency for a bigger acquisition later this year? Let us know your insights in the comments below. And please remember to like, share, and subscribe to 617 News for the most in-depth analysis of baseball's strategic mind games.